What's going on? It's the original created character, Loam Saber, the Otaku Cowboy, coming back at you with another video. Excuse me. Excuse me. And we've talked about horror movies. We've talked about horror movie conventions, or horror conventions, or conventions in general. But one subject we haven't discussed is horror television shows. Mainly when people think of horror television, nowadays, they think of shows like The Walking Dead or American Horror Story or, to a lesser extent, The Last of Us. Well, I mean, The Last of Us is loosely based on the survival horror game of the same name. But, I digress. But when you talk to somebody like me and mention the phrase horror television, my mind goes to shows like Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the Dark Side, Monsters, uh, Friday the 13th, the series, Freddy's Nightmares. Let's see. Let me think of something. Dark Shadows. I'm trying to think of. There should be one more that should pop into my mind. But the majority of these, specifically Tales from the Dark Side, Tales from the Crypt, Friday the 13th, the series, and to a lesser extent, Freddy's Nightmares, are all what we call horror anthology series, which all have to do with each episode pertaining to a different subject. The majority of horror movies now of horror shows nowadays have are all about one subject throughout the entire series, which gets boring after a while. I mean, why do you think viewership for The Walking Dead went down after a certain amount of seasons? Because, well, people kind of got tired of the zombie series. Um, I mean, it also had to do with poor writing and poor direction with the show, but uh, the majority of it has to do with, well,
Looking for Diamond City? Just follow this.
but I'm gonna go a little bit more into detail of certain horror shows like uh, Tales from the Dark Side, Tales from the Crypt, and for someone like me, it's always been Tales from the Dark Side. Tales from the Crypt was a great show, but it aired on HBO, and back in the day, we didn't have HBO, so watching Tales from the Crypt was kind of nuanced. I mean, not nuanced. It was kind of uh, wasn't in the cards for me, I guess. Tales from the Dark Side, however, Tales from the Dark Side, however, was something that I watched religiously. I used to watch it all the time. Uh, but I remember. I don't remember all. I don't remember every episode. But I do remember. I do remember a lot of episodes. I do remember the episode with the late Divine. As with who was actually out of makeup and who actually appeared out of makeup and actually not even dressed as a woman. He actually appeared dressed as a man. Dressed as a genie. So it was pretty much androgynous, the genie. But I do remember that particular episode of Tales from the Dark Side. I remember simply because simply because I like Divine. I liked Divine's work in a lot of John Waters films. But God damn it.
Help or mayday or whatever it is one says on a radio. My name is Rex Goodman. I'm being held prisoner on the top of Trinity Tower. I think the super mutants plan on eating me soon. I'm setting this to repeat. Oh shit! Gotta sign off. One of the super mutants is coming. Help or mayday or whatever it is.
This is an emergency broadcast signal from Vault 88. Authentication code word, impish. Vault 88 emergency classification. Unspecified integrity breach warning. Any available Vault-Tec personnel are required to respond under Emergency Protocol VT-76. This signal will repeat.
Now I do remember like Monsters, which was a good show. Another good show that appeared on there's another good show that appeared on public television actually. I believe it appeared on CBS. I could be wrong on in terms of what exactly it appeared on. But I do remember like some episodes like there was one where there's this guy who gets married to this woman and they go on their honeymoon suite and at some point the woman starts acting a little strange and eventually it turns out that the woman is actually a Black Widow. Not just a Black Widow, but a Black Widow spider. leveled up. What has he got? Hunter's walking cane. Good legendary effect. Shitty weapon on a good legendary effect on a shitty weapon. I'm a level 24. So I take Locksmith level 3, and we're going to finish out Locksmith. Okay.
That's it.
There's nothing in here. Oh, there's this. This shit. That's about it. Terminal Novus.
That's it.
That was stupid. Okay, got it.
Nice.
Do. Damn it, Codsworth. Get in my damn way. Okay, come up here. And do 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 do.
I feel my left flank.
But yeah, I mean, there's generally there's a plethora of horror television shows out there. You just gotta know where to look. In terms of quality, I mean, Tales from the Crypt is always going to be great because it's cable, and cable usually had more money or whatever. Tales from the Dark Side is another great show if you want to watch. Monsters was more kooky than anything else.
Howard, what is it? Howard, what is it? Gonna splatter your brain. You die now, human! Look me in the
Ow!
Yes, you die! I am Super Mutant!
Listen, Bard, a rescuer. You are the first to actually make it to the cage. Make these super mutants.
Smashy, smashy!
Face me, you coward.
Oops, I forgot about to leave a bobblehead.
Done. This is perfect. And of the super I can smell you out there, little sneak.
So that whole guilt of human kindness thing, that's from Macbeth. I thought I could civilize these savages by teaching to them. Strong here believes it is the secret to human power. So he wants us to help him find it. I shall lift our spirits by quoting from the bard. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet song. Make us do so good we ought might begin by killing to attempt. Bard will nothing. They say do never live long. Hell is empty and all the devils are here. Let me embrace the sour adversity. The wise men say it is the wisest course. It's stopping. Why is it stopping? We're all going to die, aren't we?
I hear something. Let's play, little human. Gotta splatter your brain. Let's go. Human, let's play. What? Scared already?
Now die many times before their deaths. The Valiants never taste of death.
Get out of my way. Get out of my way. You're in my way. Get out of my way. Get out of my way, dumbass. Move, you fucking green piece of shit. They just disappeared on me.
What? Who's there? Oh, here's playing pranks on me again.
Rex. Many thanks for that timely rescue.
Welcome.
As gracious as you are brave. Yes, well, in any event,
Ah, buddy.
grateful. I'd like you to have this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think it's time I left this awful place and returning to WRVR, resuming my career in radio.
But I digress. Oh well. Talking about horror television. Whatever. I mean, if you want to watch, if you want a decent horror series, if you want a good horror series, Tales from the Crypt is always is good. If you want a decent horror series, if you want one that's got a lot of guest stars, a lot of good a good show would be Tales from the Dark Side. Simply because of, well, it's a pretty good show. I thought it was pretty good, and it's available on DVD. There's a box set that's out. I bought one at Walmart. I bought it at Walmart. I don't know if it's still available, but it's worth looking into picking up. It's the entire series on DVD, and it's well made. Monsters is not, is as far as I know, Monsters doesn't exist on DVD. Was never released. But you ask the right person, they'll have it. And when I say right person, I don't mean bootleggers, because to me, bootleg means bootlegging movies and television shows it means making stuff that's available, widely available out, like stuff like The Walking Dead or Tales from the Dark Side or Tales from the Crypt. That stuff is available on DVD. You can buy them. But stuff like Monsters, I wouldn't consider it bootlegging, because it's never officially been released. Let me pause for station identification while I take this. Oh, excuse me. Oh, back where I was. Where was I going with this? Where was it going? I forget what I was talking about. I just spent the last 45 minutes talking to a friend of mine. Well, shit. I guess that'll be it for this video.
Please tell me we aren't going to the top. I can't imagine what the years have done to this building's stability.
You do the usual, like, share, comment, whatever the hell you want to do. I don't care. Subscribe, build up the engagement, give me something to talk about. Give me a subject to talk about, I don't know. Oh well. This is the original created character, Loam Saber, the Otaku Cowboy, signing off, saying goodbye.